Hi friends, welcome back. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Jeannie and I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm really excited because we're diving into a super fun nail look that gives you that gorgeous magnetic cat eye effect without using any gel polish. So if you love dip powder and you've been curious about how to get that dimensional cat eye finish, I'm going to walk you through everything step by step. So grab your dip powders, your magnet, and let's get into it. You're going to love how this turns out. You do have to use a special cat eye dip powder, and Double Dipped has some really amazing ones. This one is Cat Got Your Tongue, and it's actually a 9D magnetic. And this one blew my mind. It is just absolutely stunning. So this is going to be no gel. So I'm going to show you how you do this using dip liquids only. So I did do a previous video, I think maybe a couple years ago now, using gels. I'll leave that linked above in the cards if you want to check that out. But this one is for you if you don't use gels for whatever reason. Cat Got Your Tongue is actually fully opaque in one layer, but I don't want to do just one layer because I want to build up strength with the dip powder. So for my first layer, it's just going to be a regular dip. I'm not worried about the cat eye process just yet. You only want to worry about it for your final layer, which is going to just be 2 layers for me. So my first layer is just my regular dipping process. I'm using my dip base, which is the glue that my dip powder adheres to. I'm applying a thin, even layer of that dip base to my entire nail. And then I'm pouring over Cat Got Your Tongue on my nail. And the only reason I'm pouring over is because these are sample jars, so my finger doesn't fit in that. So I'm just pouring into my Chaos Gemerald Mini. And then once I've poured over, I'm going to clean up around my cuticle area and sidewalls to remove any excess product. And it's going to be repeating the process for all my fingers. So I'm not worried about dusting off the excess powder until I'm done with all 5 fingers. This powder also has the added fun surprise of not only is it a 9D magnetic powder, it's also a triple thermal. So if you stay till the end, I'll show you pictures of the color change. It was really hard to capture like all the changes, but I did my best. So along with Cat Got Your Tongue, which is what I'm using today, there were 2 other cat eye dip powders that were released with this one. One of them's a regular thermal, and the other one I believe isn't a thermal, but they're all super gorgeous. But of course, I was really drawn to Cat Got Your Tongue because of the triple thermal properties and the fact that it's a 9D magnetic. So the 9D magnetics just have like so much more dimension to them, and they can velvetize really easily. So after I finish with my first layer, I dusted off the excess powder. And so the second layer is when I'm going to magnetize. So I'm getting my activator ready, and I'm going to be using my horseshoe magnet because I'm going to velvetize 3 of my nails, and 2 of them I'll just do like the regular cat eye line. But I want to get everything ready because this is going to move fast. So I'm starting with a thin, even layer of dip base to my entire nail, making sure I have everything covered. If I missed spots with my first layer, I want to make sure I'm covering it with my second layer. And then once I've got my entire nail covered, I'm going to go ahead and dip into my powder. And then once I dip in, I'm going to tap off the excess powder. I'm going to tap off as much as possible and then clean up around my cuticle area and sidewalls. And this is moving fairly quickly because your dip base is an air dry and you want to make sure that it stays wet. So while it's still wet, I'm floating on another layer of dip base. And so that's going to wet the magnetic particles because in order for them to move, they have to be wet. So I'm just putting on that dip base, wiping off my brush because I wasn't able to dust off the excess powder. And then I'm going to magnetize and just look at those magnetic particles. They are so beautiful. So I just want to show you kind of how they're moving around. But for my thumb, I do want it velvetized. So I'm just going to place my finger in that horseshoe so that it'll velvetize. So that's just like the magnetic particles throughout the whole surface of the nail. And then I want to freeze it in place. So I'm going to apply my activator, and that's going to dry the dip base, and that's going to freeze the magnetic particles in place. So that's why I had my activator out and ready, because I want to freeze them, and that way I can move on to my next finger. Once your dip base is fully dry, you can remove the magnet, and that's why I recommend having your activator ready, because that's going to dry your dip base in like 1 to 2 minutes. If not, if you let it naturally air dry, it's going to take probably quite a while and you'll be sitting there with your magnet. So it just makes it a little bit quicker. So I'm moving on to my index finger. I applied a thin, even layer of dip base to my entire nail. I dipped in the powder, tap off as much excess powder as possible, and then I'm floating on another layer of dip base to re-wet those magnetic particles so that I'll be able to move them around. And this does get a little bit messy, but once I have the dip base on, I'm taking my bar magnet this time and I'm hovering it as close to my nail as possible to create that line. But now I need to freeze it in place once I'm happy with that design. So I'm going to apply a layer of activator to the nail so you can see that moved around the magnetic particles. So now I'm once again going to place my bar magnet, hover it, and hold it until that dip base is fully dry. And then once it's dry, you can see that design, and you can see that triple thermal also happening on my index finger. So I'm also going to do the bar magnet on my middle finger, and then the ring and pinky are going to have the magnetic velvetized look. The one thing I'll say about this method is it does get rather messy and you do end up contaminating your liquids a bit, because after you dip into your powder, you can't dust off the excess powder before you float another layer of dip base on. So then you get some of those magnetic glittery particles into your dip base brush. And then when you want to freeze your design in place, you're applying your activator. So then those glittery magnetic particles get into your activator brush as well. But if you can't use gels because you have a gel allergy or you just don't use gels, this is a really great option if you love the cat eye look, and it's just so fun to do. This is a bit harder to do with dip liquids than it is with gel liquids because in order to move around those magnetic particles, they have to be wet. So with your dip liquids, they're air dry, so they're going to start drying on you. And once it starts drying, it's going to be harder to move around those magnetic particles. Whereas if you're using gel liquids, it's not going to dry until you cure it in your lamp. So then you have plenty of time to move it around. So with the dip liquids, you do have to move a bit quicker. Even if it's not fully dry, if it starts drying, it's going to be hard to move around those magnetic particles. And the other thing I'll mention is that when I used the cat eye dip powder a couple years ago in that video I linked earlier, it wasn't a 9D. So it still worked and I used gel liquids with it, but I have to say with the 9D particles, they're stronger. So that probably made this easier to do using dip liquids. I think I could have used dip liquids for the other one. However, it may have been a little bit more tricky. I'm not sure. I didn't really try it. Just make sure that when you do this with dip liquids, that it's not a fast drying one. I need to do some light filing and buffing, so I need to cap my nails in clear in order to protect that cat eye design so I don't file it off. So when I cap my nails in clear, I need to be really careful because I do have that layer of activator on my nails, and that's what froze the cat eye design. But that can also harden my dip base brush and contaminate my bottle of dip base. So I'm floating the dip base on my nail. I'm wiping off my brush on a paper towel to remove any excess activator. And then I do have to move fairly quick because that activator is going to make the dip base dry faster. So I need to make sure that I have enough time to dip. So that's another thing you need to be watchful of when you do this cat eye method using dip liquids. But once that dip base is fully dry, I'm going to scrub off the excess clear powder using a stiff scrub brush to make sure I remove any of that excess clear. And that's going to make sure I don't get any graininess or cloudiness because I want to fully be able to see that beautiful cat eye design. So once I do that, I'm going to apply a generous amount of activator to all my nails. That's going to once again harden that layer of clear dip powder in order for me to be able to file and buff. I went ahead and filed and buffed off camera, so here's how my mani's looking. It's looking a little bit flat and dull, but when that top coat hits, that is everything. So in order for your top coat to dry, you do need a layer of activator. So I'm going ahead applying one thin layer of activator to all my nails, and then I'm going to let the activator dry for a full 2 minutes. Once the 2 minutes are up, I'm going to go in with my first layer of top coat. For my first layer, I'm applying it in 2 to 3 swipes on each nail. I want to be fairly quick about it. I'm wiping my brush on a lint-free wipe, or in this case, a paper towel, in between each nail to remove any excess activator. And then once I'm done with my 5th nail, I can go in with my second layer of top coat. So for my second layer, I can take a couple more strokes, make sure my entire nail is covered. And I also want to make sure that I'm capping my free edge. And as always, I'm going to finish off my mani by rehydrating my cuticles with my Scales of Mermaid cuticle oil. This is their newest limited edition scent, a new blossom. And check out their new logo. They just recently rebranded, and this is so chic and elegant and very on brand for who they are. But this scent is absolutely everything. This is such a great spring scent. It's very bright and fresh. It's got like citrus notes to it, so it's very citrusy, but I feel like there's a bit of pine to it too. I just absolutely love it. And if you do want to make any purchases from Scales of a Mermaid, you can use my affiliate code Genie10 to save 10% off your orders and help support me in this channel. So that pretty much wraps up today's video, and here's the final look. If you're still here, drop me a cat emoji down below in the comments. I hope this video was helpful because I know a lot of you can't use gels, and if you love doing dip powder, you can still do cat eyes using dip powders, which I think is amazing. You don't have to use gels, you don't have to use nail lacquer, you can do it with special cat eye dip powders. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, I'd appreciate if you gave this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue creating content like this, and it also helps YouTube recommend me to others, which helps grow my channel. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload content every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.